Hello and welcome to this session. In this session, we look at some of the Hive date formats. Now, the default date format in Hive is YYYYMMDD. That's the default date format. And then we have the different date functions that we can use in Hive. So let's look at each of them. The first thing that we have is the Unix timestamp. So this will basically return the number of seconds from the Unix time. So that's the Unix time 1970-001, and it uses the default time zone for conversion. Then we have a from Unix time. So this is primarily used in conjunction with the Unix timestamp. So when you have the result from the Unix timestamp and you feed it to the from Unix time, it will convert it and it back to the desired date format. We'll see an example of that. Then we have the to date format where it just gives the date in the form of YYYMMDD, which is the default date format. Then we have year, month, date, hour, minutes, and second, basically to extract the year part or month part or day part from a particular date, which is in string format. These functions are used. Then we have something called as date difference, which will return the number of days which are different between the two days. You have 2 days, you give two dates, and then a date different will give how many days are different in each from the two. Date add and date sub are basically to add the number of days and to subtract the number of days from a specific date. So we will try few examples and understand them. So here I have a few of the examples, and this will be available to you in the article section. So the first thing that we have is Unix timestamp. So this will basically convert this into seconds. So let me go ahead and execute this. So these are the seconds that we have. Then we have the from timestamp. So if you use this from timestamp, so you will see it convert back to the desired date format. And then we have something called as to date. So if I do it to date, it has a timestamp as well, but it will give me the date, only the date value. Then of course, if you want to extract the year out of this, you use a select of year. There you go. 2020 is the year. Similarly, if you want to select the month from here, then you get the month as well, which is 2. And if you want to do a date, then you get the day here. And this is basically you have the Unix timestamp, which is fed to the from Unix time, which will keep the entire date, and from there we are picking the year. So you will get the year as output, which is 2022. So in a way, if you query this, let's say select from Unix timestamp, so it is going to give you the current date. So this is kind of similar to a sys date in your Oracle, right? And of course, the difference between the dates, if you wanted to find out how these two dates are different, and the result will be in days. So they are different in by 9 days. And if you want to add, let's say you want to add 5 days to this, what would be the output of that? It would be a new date, which is 2003-06. So it was 1, and we added 5 days, and which makes it 6. Similar to that, we also have the date sub. It will basically subtract 5 days from this date, and it will give you a new date like this, right? So these are some of the Hive date formats that we have, and date sub, date add, date difference, and to date are something which are very commonly used sometimes. The year, month, and in fact, most of this, all of these are very commonly used. I put a separate session for this, although it's a very small session. I just wanted to point out this because dates are something which are very predominantly used everywhere, and Hive also supports the dates, but they are a little different from your normal SQL date. So I thought that this would be a nice time to introduce you guys to the dates. I hope this was interesting, and thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in my next class.